I think they should be very plain when they ask for stew. Bobby, you know stew. But boss, Teekay, you know stew. Have you taken a stew to the hospital before? A rasta maybe. So they said that some woman, they told her to bring her stew, but they were not specific. 10 hours of him. 2 hours later, they heard drums. That was got song when you're there. They thought that one of the doctors they were tuning him. I said, Dr. Prempeh. Because the name sounds like a chief, right? So Dr. Prempeh. Then they came out. You me okay. You're talking to me a Prempeh there. This one here at Jemine, Prempeh, so yeah. We are say to me when I bet test. Sikaja go feed it to me and by the bar I could see that. See, I say, oh, mommy, be or chama say, oh, at the shipping. I don't want that. I am aware the young corner, you know what the shipping now. So they brought that the shipping and they were drumming and holding that the shipping. Then they take. But I was like, what you do that? At the shipping and fun once now. So they brought it. They took it to the lab. They didn't know that the Ataamle was still behind the lab technician. So the guy was taking it anyhow. I said, ha! And she been out getting liberated his hand. Tell them all go. I said, King.
My father. Yeah, and I'm Dr. Anochi. Dr. Anochi is so cool. Hey, Dr. Anochi. Oh, my dad. Dr. Anochi. Yeah. Yeah, no, now. I'm doing social work now. And my dad, no, I always talk about that, and people feel like we never had a problem. Yeah, one time I wanted to report my dad to the police. But I felt like he was abusing my mom too much. Because like every door, my mom is crying. My mom would be crying, Kechi, give it to me, Kechi. So me, I moved to my dad. I was like, Dad, I don't like what you are doing to my mom. I report you to Doksu. Do you know what he told me? Like, so I remember when I grew up and I started, taking girls home, Sadia. One time I was also, I was also abusing her. I was in a room, I was doing things to Sadia. Sadia was like, Papa. And I had a knock on my door. It was my dad. It was like, yow. Sergeant J. anymore. They are from Doksu.
And I'm just praying that I don't catch myself in that similar position where I would have exhausted all the options, like for the audience, the 50-50, and the next option is call a friend. And one of the friends is Teekay, Lekzy, Jerry, very foolish people. Very foolish people. And like, I'm just imagining how the scene would be when they call us, is it there to me? Couple day say, all right, Obi, you have the chance to call one of your friends. Who would you like to call? I'm like, can I call one of your friends? No, you can only call your friend. I'm like, all right. Then I'd like to call Lekzy. Okay, we are calling Lekzy. You know those kind of friends. Lekzy is that kind of friend that when he sends you a message, when you're in public, you can't open it. You have to do the. Have you seen those friends like okay, yeah, the ones that you can't put them on loudspeaker. We all have those friends. Yeah, the ones that when they pick quiet, because yeah, Jimmy, what's up? You see, you can't put them on loudspeaker. So if Lekzy picks and then Kafude goes like, Lekzy,
Yeah, what's up?
we have your friend here, Obi Amponsah, is on Who Wants to Be Rich. He's on the hot seat. He would like your help to answer a question. Zero. You have your friend Obi Amponsah here. He's on the hot seat. You need your help to answer some questions.
Obi there, studio there.
Yeah.
Make her talk to her.
Hey, but yeah, Jimmy, what did you do for TV Talk? Say, bro, is Who Wants to Be Rich? I told you I was going there. Say, okay. But why you call me? They need your help to answer a question. Say, where me you call? Huh? You don't get anybody else now, but me you call. Say, no, bro, just try a bit. And then Kafude asked him the question. Looking at the GDP of Russia compared with Ukraine before the fight, what has been the percentile increase in the GDP? This was like, make a talk to Obi again, make a talk to Obi. Obi, you say how much you get? 500 cities. Well, if I answer this, how much you will get? 500,000. See, this was the more in embrace. 500 cities, okay, Bema, fabric fee. A dom any san near Oshenta Krache. Let's give me all the fucking progress in the world. And when in Brisica, and the Marco so out in Ano, Tonton, and Sania Fali. Papa family breath, Yeminia, and Yashi say, oh, let's at least try for me. Say, okay. The answer is B. Then Kafude goes like, is it your final answer? That's always what they ask. Is that your final? You go like, yo, boss, me, I don't know that thing. I just try B. Okay, you make it stick to B. And then he says, okay, but unfortunately, the answer, like, no, C, he says, is B. You have won for yourself 500,000. Sorry, it's not for you. It's for Obi Amponsah. 500,000 cities. Let's be like, yeah, Obi. So I mean, you get my Momo number and everything. Yeah, take 50-50. I mean, yeah, for 250, I'm for 250. But he'll get 5 cities from me. I'm telling you, if he helped me answer that question, you get 5 cities. So those are the kind of foolish friends I have.
You know, my dad was in Accra in 1969. He was 20 years when he came to Accra. He went back to Sekendi Itakrade with a very big story. When he came to Accra, first thing he saw that he asked people, like, madam, he was very inquisitive, like, this building, who is it for? And, you know, the Gans, when they are in Accra, back then, they never like to speak Chi or any language. Everywhere he asked, he went back to Takrade and told everybody in Takrade that, hey, like, everything was for Inu. And he fortunately gave birth to us in Zongo. We went to public toilets. Come on. See, when you go to public toilet, when I don't know how many of you have visited public toilets before. Good. There are times that when you don't go, the attendant there, you become his customer. Like, he sees you and be like, hey, Charlie, I see you, chair. Yeah, when we were toilet at chair. And it's crazy. And you know, I was once at a public toilet that I ate alasa, the seed. I swallowed the seed. Come on. It was open door. I was just like this, shitting, I was crying. Someone came. Then how? Money. The man started. You know, sometimes the shit will need something slimy. So I just did how. And then it came.
You know, in Ghana, Ghanaians respect taxi or the ambulance. See that queen sound? They respect more than woo, 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 woo. I'm telling you. Some time ago, I was in an Uber, and then there was this ambulance behind us. The ambulance was making us woo, 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 queen, 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 queen. And then the Uber driver is just in front of the car. As the car, they shout, woo, 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 woo. Just look back. Look front again. Woo, 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 woo. You look back again. And then you bend down. So as the car was making noise, woo, woo, woo. Now me come ask and say, boss, you know to say ambulance there your back? The guy was like, oh, me fino. He was like, oh, Jano. Okoto watch it.
I'm like, how come I've not heard of the name before? He said, oh, that's the reason why we need to invest in it now. So that by the end of the year, the price don't go up. Then we can sell and cash out. I say, I'm scared, bro. He said, that's the difference between poor people and rich people. The poor are always scared, but the rich take risk. I say, even me, the money to take risk now, I don't have it. So he should go ahead and invest in the Caesar. So I think he put in about 20,000 cedis. Use and buy the Caesar. Just last week, I called him that, guy, how far with the Caesar? I do, I say, what happened? He said, Caesar has collected what belonged to him. I said, what do you mean? He said, money where he gives Caesar, Caesar don't Caesar.
Those are interesting characters, bro. So amazing set of people. Like, I wonder how they are. Like, I wonder, bro. I uploaded my story, yeah, my Snap story. This girl watched my Snap story and replied. Like, outside chilling somewhere, and she replied. And I was like, oh, from her reply, she said, oh, she was interested. I was like, oh, maybe we could hang out sometime. She was like, oh no, she cannot. I said, why? She said, oh, she's an introvert. I was like, fine. Then we continued. She was like, oh, can I look for a job for her? I was like, why? What's wrong? Why do you need a job? She said, the one she has now, she doesn't like. I was like, what job is that? She said, she's a house girl. I was like, no. That's an introvert. Don't allow you go out. What do you mean you're a house girl? You're an introvert. Because even if you are not an introvert, don't allow you. It's just like me right now, I'm broke. And so I like to believe I'm an introvert. Bro. You're not an introvert. And it is interesting. I remember I was chatting with this girl from Snap, right? We're about to move the conversation from Snap. So I was like, can we like play iMessage games? I was like, what is that? She's like, oh, don't you use an iPhone? She was like, no. I said, so that means you're an Android. She said, no, Samsung. I was like, oh, wait. A Samsung is an Android. So you have an Android? I was like, God forbid, I'll never have an Android in Jesus' name. I said, why? She said, oh, her sister had Android, so she get to the hospital and took it out. I said, bitch, it's fibroid, you dumb motherfucker.
A friend of mine, right? He was making out with this girl for the first time, and we're in the dark. So he was sucking breasts, and while sucking, he decided to do some skills with his tongue. So I licked the home. So the nipple he wanted to do.
I'm managing a restaurant in Cape Coast. Next time I pick my pen to write a joke, they come and knock. Boss, I shot to jollof spices. Oh, my mind is filled with spices and chicken and everything ingredients. I'm unable to write jokes. So this is the effect. Are you feeling it? Yeah, I'm barely managing my life and they want me to manage a restaurant. I've been eating 3 square meals. Hello. Yeah, the restaurant is managing me right now. The report came out that of late,
the kilos of rice we've been using is shortened very quick. So I called a meeting and I was complaining to the workers that, and the kilos now started shorting, sir. And according to our record, it started since August. And guess when I took over? And Lekzy said, content Yesu is too biased. Muslims won't like it. So we called it content Yesu Muhammad. And then Lekzy was like, even if we do it Yesu Muhammad, what about the traditionalists? They won't feel like, yo, if I tell you where the name has reached. We haven't ended though, we are still on it. Because I have foolish friends like Lekzy. Because so now it became content Yesu Mohanochi. Anochi because Konfanochi for traditionalists. And the Lekzy again was like, no Buddha for no so. So now we have content Mohanochi Bu. And then he said, okay, we also have the common sense family. Led by Abraham Moshe. We have to cater for them too. So now we have content Mohanochi Bu Moshe. That's the name we have now. We just wanted, can you give us a round of applause for the stupid name? That's a very foolish name. There's another. Oh, Freemason is part now. So anywhere we get, Yesu Mohanochi Bu Moshe Freemason Illuminati. That's it. Until we cater for everybody. We haven't even added LGBTQI. Yeah, then we add National Science and Maths Quiz, GPRT. Everybody will be part of our association.